His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa yesterday attended the dinner banquet hosted by the King of Malaysia, His Majesty Sultan Ibrahim bin Sultan Iskandar, in honor of the distinguished guests participating in the coronation ceremony of the Malaysian monarch, which took place at Istana Negara in Kuala Lumpur. His Majesty exchanged cordial talks with the King of Malaysia on the deep-rooted historical relations between the two countries and their brotherly peoples and their shared keenness to continue strengthening and consolidating them. His Majesty expressed thanks and appreciation to His Majesty Sultan Ibrahim for the warm reception and generous hospitality he and his delegation received since their arrival. His Majesty affirmed his aspiration to continue working together to advance strategic partnership and bolster cooperation to achieve mutual interests, wishing Malaysia and its people continued progress and prosperity. The Malaysian monarch appreciated the visit of His Majesty the King and his participation in the coronation ceremony, expressing pride in their country's strong relations and their excellence at all levels for the benefit of both brotherly peoples. At the end of the dinner banquet, His Majesty the King expressed his best wishes to the Malaysian King, thanking him for the gracious invitation to participate in the ceremony, wishing His Majesty the Sultan success and Malaysia continued prosperity. The banquet was attended by members of His Majesty's official delegation, distinguished guests and senior Malaysian government officials. His Royal Highness the Deputy King Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with senior officials from Gulf, Arab and international press unions, associations and newspapers that attended the 8th edition of the Prime Minister's Award for Journalism. His Royal Highness highlighted the importance of journalism in expressing opinions responsibly, independently and objectively. He noted Bahrain's far-reaching constitutional and legal system, which guarantees freedom of speech in accordance with the aspirations of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Royal Highness affirmed that journalism is pivotal to regional development efforts through the publication of articles that raise public awareness with utmost objectivity and professionalism. He emphasized the importance of the ongoing support for journalism to ensure a commitment to development across societies and nations. He outlined the vital role of unions and associations in enhancing communication on cooperation between Gulf, Arab and international journalistic institutions. He also emphasized that the organization of the Prime Minister's Award for Journalism stems from Bahrain's pride in its media professionals and provides an opportunity to support and recognize freedom of opinion, expression and responsible speech. His Royal Highness expressed hope that the award will further motivate and strengthen local journalism, including supporting the executive and legislative authorities in line with Bahrain's wide-ranging development aspirations. For their part, the representatives of press unions, associations and newspapers expressed gratitude for His Royal Highness' commitment to supporting press freedom and the efforts of journalists, as well as his support to Gulf and Arab development initiatives. They commended the Prime Minister's Award for Journalism, expressing their wishes for its continued development and for it to achieve the goals for which it was established. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Minister of Cabinet Affairs Hamad bin Faisal Al Malki, and the Minister of Information Dr. Ramzan bin Abdullah Al Nuaimi attended the meeting. His Royal Highness the Deputy King Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa attended the 8th edition of the Prime Minister's Award for Journalism held under his patronage. The event coincides with His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa's Silver Jubilee, which marks 25 years since His Majesty's accession to the throne. During this ceremony, His Royal Highness highlighted that the press is a major partner of Bahrain's comprehensive development led by His Majesty the King. His Royal Highness outlined the importance of the press in upholding the principles of credibility, responsibility and integrity in conveying constructive and objective messaging across societal issues. He noted the integral role of the press in raising public awareness in an honest and responsible way, as well as in building discourse and knowledge that aids overall progress and development. He also emphasized that Bahrain's wide-ranging achievements, highlighted by the national press, continue to build on further successes and provide an incentive for further future generations to excel and participate in the kingdom's ongoing progress. His Royal Highness then presented the awards and congratulated the winners, wishing them success in their professional careers. He commended the broad participation seen across different award categories, noting the originality and creativity of the photography and journalism submissions. His Royal Highness noted the participation of journalism and media students in this year's awards, which reflects the determination and competition of students in the field. He lauded the relentless efforts and dedication of the kingdom's media professionals in furthering the profession in line with Bahrain's far-reaching goals. The Minister of Information, Dr. Ramzan bin Abdullah Al Nuaimi, extended his gratitude to His Royal Highness for sponsoring this ceremony and honouring its winners. He highlighted the unwavering support received by the Bahrain's national media professionals from His Majesty and His Royal Highness on behalf of the responsible freedom of expression, which is a fundamental component of development. Dr. Nuaimi noted that this award edition coincides with the selection of Manama as the 2024 capital of Arab media. He then congratulated the winners and wished them success in their future endeavours as partners of Bahrain's progress. And for their part, the winners expressed gratitude for His Royal Highness' continued support of Bahrain's media professionals and institutions. They expressed their honour in being recognised for their work, which will enrich their careers. Several senior officials, journalists and media professionals also attended the ceremony.
جاءت جريدة البحرين في ثلاثينيات القرن الماضي لترسخ اسم البحرين كأول دولة في منطقة الخليج العربي تشهد إصدار جريدة أسبوعية، حيث كانت شعلة مضيئة للكلمة الحرة والمسؤولة. وتوالت بعدها العديد من الصحف في مملكة البحرين وبسقف عال من الحرية، لتشهد الصحافة البحرينية تقدما كبيرا وترسي نهجا ثابتا يستند إلى أمانة الكلمة والتمسك بالثوابت والقيم الوطنية. وقد ترسخ في العهد الزاهر لحضرة صاحب الجلالة الملك حمد بن عيسى آل خليفة ملك البلاد المعظم حفظه الله ورعاه منهج فتح الآفاق أمام الصحافة الوطنية، إيمانا بدور الصحفيين والصحافة في دعم وترسيخ أسس المسيرة التنموية الشاملة بقيادة جلالة الملك المعظم أيده الله.
فالصحافة والإعلام هما عنوان المشروع الإصلاحي، وسنظل مستمرين في دعمنا ومساندتنا لكم لقيامكم بدوركم الوطني، وأن ثقتنا بالصحفيين والإعلاميين كبيرة.
وتكريما للصحفيين والأقلام الوطنية، أطلق ملك البلاد المعظم حفظه الله ورعاه مبادرته الكريمة عام 2014 باعتماد 7 مايو سنوياً يوماً للصحافة البحرينية، إحياءً لتاريخها العريق وتأكيداً على أهميتها في عملية البناء والتنمية. كما حظيت الصحافة البحرينية بدعم كبير من صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير سلمان بن حمد آل خليفة ولي العهد رئيس مجلس الوزراء حفظه الله على المستويات كافة. وتأتي جائزة رئيس مجلس الوزراء للصحافة كلقاء سنوي متجدد يؤكد حرص سموه المستمر على دعم تطور العمل الصحفي، إذ شكلت الجائزة حافزاً للصحف والصحفيين على مواصلة الإبداع والتميز ونقل الرسائل البناءة. كما أن الجائزة هذا العام تأتي في نسختها 8 من استحداث فئات جديدة تشمل المحتوى الرقمي الصحفي، كما إنها تفتح المجال لطلبة الإعلام لخوض غمار المنافسة لينخرطوا مبكراً في المسيرة الصحفية البحرينية. ويأتي هذا الدعم من صاحب السمو الملكي ولي العهد رئيس مجلس الوزراء تأكيداً على أهمية الجائزة في تعزيز الحرية المسؤولة للصحافة وقدرتها على عكس تطلعات المجتمع. فلطالما كانت الصحافة الضمير المتكلم وصوتاً لأبناء الوطن وآرائهم البناءة.
His Royal Highness the Deputy King Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, in the attendance of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, met with the President of the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Sheikh Abdurrahman bin Mohammed Al Khalifa, the Minister of Interior, General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, the Vice President of the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Sheikh Abdul Hussein Khalaf Al Usfour, the Chief of Public Security, Lieutenant General Tariq bin Hassan Hassan, the Chairman of the Ja'fari Waqf Council, Yusuf bin Salah Al Salah, and senior officials at Gudaibiya Palace. His Royal Highness highlighted the strength of Bahrain's social fabric as a symbol of peaceful coexistence and tolerance. He praised the nation's unity and societal values, reflecting the aspirations of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Royal Highness expressed pride in His Majesty the King's recognition of the government's efforts to facilitate the success of Ashura by providing the occasion's requirements. He highlighted the pivotal role of government ministries and public sector entities in coordinating efforts during Ashura, ensuring its success. And for their part, the attendees expressed gratitude to the Deputy King's unwavering that yielded the success of Ashura. The National Security Advisor and Royal Guard Commander, Lieutenant General His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, received graduates of the military qualification course held at Isa Military College, where he presented to them certificates of appreciation. His Highness Sheikh Nasser affirmed that the qualification training courses play a prominent role in preparing military cadres, opening up broad horizons for raising their professional levels and gaining more experience in military and academic sciences. He expressed appreciation for the students' efforts throughout the course and their successful completion of all tasks with high efficiency, qualifying them to participate and study in the Officer Candidates course to be held at the Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst in the UK. His Highness urged the students to exert even more efforts in the coming period and to gain more knowledge in all aspects of military and academic sciences to serve Bahrain and the BEF in the future. He affirmed his keenness to support young cadres to effectively contribute to enhancing innovation and creativity in various military sectors. The Representatives Council Speaker Ahmed Al-Musallam praised the pivotal national role played by the Bahraini press and its sincere efforts to enlighten public opinion, exercise responsible freedom of opinion and expression with professionalism and objectivity, and highlight national successes as an essential partner in achieving the goals of the comprehensive development process. He stressed that the Bahraini press had a prominent role in defending the nation, its capabilities and achievements in conveying information to citizens honestly, expressing its aspirations and needs, and in raising the status of Bahraini journalists. The speaker pointed out that the allocation of the award for journalism in conjunction with the Silver Jubilee of His Majesty's accession to the throne and the declaration of Manama as the capital of Arab Media 2024 reflect the high interest and progress achieved in the Bahraini media. Now, Ashura Council Chairman Ali Al-Saleh affirmed that the Prime Minister's Award for Journalism contributes to highlighting qualitative media productions and stressed the influential role played by press institutions in promoting freedom of opinion and expression and consolidating solid democratic practices. Al-Saleh praised the development of media and journalistic performance in Bahrain, which is the result of the reform project of His Majesty the King. He stressed that the press is an essential partner in documenting the process of cultural achievements and national successes achieved over the past 25 years. He expressed pride in the development of the Prime Minister's Award for Journalism and praised the increase in the number of award categories to 10 now, which opens the way for more media and journalistic creativity and encourages investment in new media and digital tools. Under the patronage of the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs and Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the 13th edition of Youth City 2030 was launched, organized by the Ministry of Youth Affairs in cooperation with the strategic partner Temkeen. The Minister of Youth Affairs, Rawan Tawfiqi, made an inspection visit to Youth City 2030 at Exhibition World Bahrain and reviewed the preparations made to launch this event and achieve its goals of empowering the youth and preparing them to enter the labour market. The chairman and judges of the Supreme Committee for General Supervision of Election Safety visited the committee supervising the safety of the Representatives Council membership of Muharraq Governorate's first constituency, in the presence of Legislation and Legal Opinion Commission Chairman and Executive Director of the by-elections, Councillor Nawaf Abdullah Hamza. They were briefed on the committee's preparations at Busaitin Intermediate Girls' School regarding the presentation of the voter list for the constituency, as the period specified for its presentation began today and will end on Saturday the 27th of this month. They emphasized the role of voters in monitoring the voter list by verifying their names and submitting requests for correction or objection, if any, through the means available in this regard, whether by visiting the elections website or the supervisory committee. The arrangements of all electoral stages were also reviewed to ensure the availability of the necessary legal and technical requirements. And the Ministry of Education announced that registration in Summer Clubs 2024 will open on July 25th. This year's program offers a variety of workshops and in-person lectures covering science, culture, sports, entertainment, art, scouting and guidance. These programs are offered in 8 clubs, 4 of which are designated for boys and 4 for girls in Bahrain's various governorates. The Ministry's Educational Services sector affirmed that this program has been prepared based on a scientific methodology that contributes to the development of important skills in students at both the scientific and practical levels.